Hello from the Institute. This is Andrew Chu, Senior Research and Policy Analyst, here with a data update. You may have heard in the news a lot lately about increasing cases and resurgence of COVID-19 in different parts of the country and different states. And we wanted to bring you an update with some of the latest data. All the data I'm about to show you is from our analysis of Pennsylvania Department of Health data. This chart shows the statewide growth, week over week growth in COVID-19, the total number of cases. And of course, back in April, we saw higher rates of growth, and we've seen that flatten out a lot, down to about 4 to 5% week over week growth. Even as various counties have moved into the yellow phase and then into the green phase. And most recently, just about all the counties in Pennsylvania have moved to the green phase as of last week, with the exception of Lebanon County and Philadelphia, which is only partially reopened under the green phase per local policies there. And let's see how it looks locally. In Luzerne County, we've seen an even sharper decline in the rate of new cases from mid-April through the month of May. And in fact, since early June, we've seen that number of new cases per week fall to about 1% growth per week in the number of COVID-19 cases per 100,000, even as the county moved into the yellow phase and the green phase. This is a pretty positive trajectory. It's what we like to see, certainly, and bodes well for our return towards normalcy. Lackawanna County has seen much of the same, a slightly more recent move to the green phase, and it was only the last few weeks where Lackawanna County saw some of the same low numbers, but still pretty low. Though the week ending June 29th, the week in which Lackawanna moved into the green phase, there was a little bit bigger of an increase, a 4% increase in the total number of COVID-19 cases. That's the highest since of any week in June so far. Not a huge increase compared to what was seen back in April and May, but still something we'll want to watch out for. To compare, we can also look at Allegheny County, which includes Pittsburgh and southwestern Pennsylvania. And out there, the trend has been a lot different, and there's been lower total numbers of cases, but the percent increases have been higher. There was a little bump, you can see, after that county moved to the yellow phase back in May, and a more significant increase in just the last week ending June 29th. That 19% growth in cases was the highest seen since April in Allegheny County, though we've seen kind of some of these resurgent kind of case numbers in some parts of the country. And as you can see, even in other parts of Pennsylvania, the data still shows that we're doing pretty well in northeastern Pennsylvania. And this is another indicator of that for greater northeastern Pennsylvania, which includes Lackawanna, Luzerne, and the surrounding counties. A decline in the number of COVID-19 tests that come back positive from 25% back in May to 10% most recently. That's a good sign. We want to see that number nice and low, because it lets us know that testing is widely available, and that that all of the potential COVID-19 cases are being tested. Now, some public health experts have said that we'd like to get this number to around 5%. So we still have some room to do even better here, but we're moving in the right direction. And that hasn't been the case in some other parts of the country where they've seen a more pronounced spike recently in cases, which has also included some increases in the positive rate. So to wrap up, We've seen COVID-19 cases rising in some parts of the country, and even counties within Pennsylvania. But in northeastern Pennsylvania, the data shows that we're still mostly on the right track with low rates of new cases and a decreasing positive test rate. There's still a lot we don't know. There's a lot of data we don't have. There's a lag time in when people who become infected actually start showing up in the data because of the incubation time of the virus. So it's critically important that we continue to monitor the data and, be flexible and adjust accordingly. And those experiences in other parts of the country show that we do need to continue to take this seriously, observe safety precautions to keep these numbers low, to keep them where we want them. And we at the Institute will keep doing our part to share this data with you, bring you insights and analysis of data both on the spread of COVID itself and its different impacts on our region. This is through our Institute Insights on COVID-19 research agenda. You can learn more about that on our website. You can also hear the latest by following us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and our new YouTube channel. And we thank our sponsors for making this research possible. And we look forward to continue to take part in this conversation about our region's recovery and revitalization from the COVID-19 pandemic. Take care.